Welcome to the right place, where timeless beauty meets practical creativity in everyday spaces. In this video, we explore a collection of classic and elegant garden ideas featuring urn planters, Italian-inspired fountains, and thoughtfully repurposed treasures that bring charm and character to any outdoor setting. Each idea is designed to be realistic, achievable, and perfect for transforming your garden into a refined retreat without overwhelming effort or cost. From structured layouts to romantic details, you will discover inspiration that blends tradition with simple DIY techniques. Stay with us until the end for all 12 ideas, and do not forget to subscribe for more inspiring content. One, elegant urn planter entrance garden. Create a welcoming entrance by placing symmetrical urn planters on both sides of your garden gate or pathway. Choose classic shapes with a stone or aged finish to evoke a timeless European feel. You can easily find affordable urns made from lightweight resin that mimic stone, making them practical for everyday use. Fill them with structured greenery such as boxwood, lavender, or small shrubs to maintain a clean and elegant look. 'To enhance the classic style, layer the planting with a combination of upright and trailing plants. For example, add ivy or cascading flowers around the edges to soften the rigid shape of the urn. Use neutral tones like white, green, and soft purple to keep the palette refined. This arrangement helps create visual balance and draws attention naturally toward the garden entrance. 'For a DIY approach, you can age new urn planters using paint techniques to create a weathered patina. Lightly sponge on gray, moss green, and beige tones to simulate years of exposure. Position the urns on simple pedestals or bricks for added height and prominence. This setup is simple yet impactful, instantly giving your garden a classic and elegant atmosphere. 2. Italian-inspired fountain corner. Transform a quiet corner of your garden into a relaxing focal point with an Italian-style fountain. You do not need a large space, as compact fountains are widely available and easy to install. Choose a tiered design or wall fountain with a stone finish to bring that authentic old-world charm. The sound of flowing water adds a calming ambience and elevates the overall garden experience. 'Surround the fountain with gravel or stone paving to create a clean and defined area. Add potted plants like rosemary, olive trees, or ferns to reinforce the Mediterranean feel. You can also place a small bench nearby, allowing you to sit and enjoy the soothing sound of water. This creates a peaceful retreat that feels both elegant and inviting. For a DIY option, consider repurposing large bowls or containers into a fountain using a simple water pump. Stack them creatively to mimic a tiered structure and seal properly to prevent leaks. Finish the look with decorative stones or moss for a natural effect. This approach allows you to achieve a luxurious garden feature without excessive cost. 3. Repurposed vintage garden accents. Give your garden a unique and classic character by incorporating repurposed vintage items. Old chairs, metal frames, wooden crates, or even antique containers can be transformed into decorative pieces. These elements add a sense of history and charm that modern items often lack. The key is to select pieces with interesting shapes or textures that complement a classic garden theme. Use an old wooden chair as a plant stand by placing pots on the seat or allowing vines to grow around it. Turn metal buckets or teapots into quirky planters for herbs or flowers. Arrange these items thoughtfully so they look intentional rather than cluttered. Keep the color palette soft and muted to maintain elegance rather than a rustic overload. You can easily refresh old items with a coat of paint or a light sanding technique to achieve a distressed look. Neutral shades like white, cream, or pale gray work best for a timeless style. Group items in small clusters rather than spreading them randomly across the garden. This creates visual harmony while still showcasing each unique piece. 4. Classic stone pathway with green borders. A stone pathway instantly adds structure and sophistication to any garden. Use stepping stones or irregular natural stones to create a walkway that feels organic yet refined. Place the stones with even spacing to ensure comfortable walking while maintaining a balanced appearance. This pathway can guide visitors through the garden and highlight key areas. Border the pathway with low-growing plants such as thyme, mondo grass, or small flowering shrubs. These soften the edges and create a lush, layered effect. You can also incorporate small solar lights along the path for a subtle glow in the evening. This enhances both safety and atmosphere without overwhelming the design. For a DIY installation, start by marking the path layout and removing a shallow layer of soil. Add a base of sand or gravel to stabilize the stones and prevent shifting. Arrange the stones carefully and fill gaps with soil or moss for a natural finish. This simple project can significantly elevate your garden with minimal tools and effort. 5. Symmetrical garden layout with focal point. Classic gardens often rely on symmetry to create a sense of order and elegance. Design your garden layout so that both sides mirror each other, whether through plant placement, pathways, or decorative elements. A central focal point such as a fountain, statue, or large urn helps anchor the entire design. This structure gives the garden a formal and timeless appeal. Choose plants that are easy to maintain and shape, such as hedges or small shrubs. Trim them regularly to preserve clean lines and symmetry. Add layers by incorporating taller plants at the back and shorter ones in front. This creates depth while still maintaining a balanced composition. To implement this design in a DIY setting, start with a simple sketch and measure your space carefully. Use string or markers to outline the symmetrical layout before planting. Take your time aligning elements so both sides feel consistent. Even in a small garden, This approach can create a grand and elegant impression. 6. Romantic seating area with classic decor. Create a cozy yet elegant seating area where you can relax and enjoy your garden. Use classic-style furniture such as wrought iron chairs or wooden benches with simple lines. Position the seating under a tree, pergola, or near a focal point like a fountain. This makes the space feel intimate and inviting. 'Decorate the area with soft textiles like cushions in neutral tones or subtle patterns. Add potted plants and lanterns around the seating to enhance the atmosphere. Climbing plants such as roses or jasmine can be trained to grow nearby, adding fragrance and visual beauty. This transforms the space into a romantic garden retreat. 'For a DIY touch, you can repaint old furniture and seal it for outdoor use. Build a simple gravel or stone base to define the seating area and prevent mud. Use affordable accessories like candles or solar lanterns to create evening ambience. With thoughtful arrangement, this space becomes both functional and beautifully timeless. 7. Layered urn planter display. Create depth and visual interest by arranging multiple urn planters at different heights. Use a mix of large, medium, and small urns to form a layered composition that feels curated and balanced. Position them on steps, pedestals, or even stacked bricks to vary elevation naturally. This arrangement works beautifully along a wall, patio edge, or garden corner. 'Select plants with different textures and growth habits to enhance the layered effect. Combine structured plants like boxwood with softer elements like ferns or trailing ivy. Keep the color palette cohesive to maintain a refined and classic aesthetic. This contrast in form and greenery adds richness without overwhelming the space. For a DIY solution, you can create your own pedestals using leftover materials like concrete blocks or wooden crates. Paint everything in neutral tones to unify the display visually. Experiment with placement before finalizing to achieve balance and symmetry. This simple setup brings a sophisticated gallery-like feel to your garden. 8. Antique-style garden mirror feature. Introduce a garden mirror to create the illusion of a larger and more open space. Choose a frame with an antique or vintage look, such as distressed wood or wrought iron. Position the mirror against a wall or fence where it can reflect greenery and natural light. This adds depth and elegance while making smaller gardens feel more expansive. Surround the mirror with climbing plants or potted greenery to blend it naturally into the environment. Plants like ivy or jasmine work well as they soften the edges and enhance the romantic atmosphere. The reflection of leaves and flowers creates a layered visual effect that feels dynamic yet calm. This makes the garden more engaging without adding clutter. For a DIY approach, repurpose an old indoor mirror and weatherproof it for outdoor use. Seal the frame properly to protect it from moisture and sun exposure. You can also distress the frame using simple paint techniques to achieve a vintage finish. Secure it firmly to prevent movement, ensuring both safety and durability. Nine. Classic pergola with climbing plants. A pergola adds architectural elegance and provides a defined structure within your garden. Choose a simple design with clean lines to maintain a classic look. Place it over a pathway, seating area, or as a standalone feature. Over time, climbing plants will transform it into a lush and shaded retreat. Select climbers like roses, wisteria, or jasmine for both beauty and fragrance. Train the plants to grow along the pergola beams for an even and controlled appearance. As the plants mature, they create a natural canopy that filters sunlight beautifully. This enhances both comfort and visual appeal. For a DIY build, use wood or metal frames that are easy to assemble. Ensure the structure is stable by anchoring it properly into the ground. Apply a protective finish to extend its lifespan in outdoor conditions. Even a small pergola can dramatically elevate the elegance of your garden space. Ten, Decorative birdbath focal point. A birdbath serves as both a decorative and functional element in a classic garden. Choose a design with a traditional pedestal and shallow basin for a timeless appearance. Place it in a visible yet peaceful location where birds can gather safely. The presence of birds adds life and movement to your garden. Enhance the area around the birdbath with low plants or gravel to keep it clean and accessible. You can also add small stones inside the basin to provide stable footing for birds. Keep the water fresh to maintain hygiene and attract more wildlife. This simple addition brings a sense of tranquility and charm. For a DIY version, repurpose a large bowl or plate and mount it on a sturdy base such as a plant stand or stacked stones. Secure all parts carefully to ensure stability. Paint or finish the base in neutral tones for a cohesive look. This project is affordable and easy to maintain while adding classic elegance. (11) Vintage lantern lighting arrangement. Lighting plays an important role in creating a classic and elegant garden atmosphere. Use vintage-style lanterns placed along pathways, on tables, or hanging from hooks. Choose designs with metal frames and glass panels for an authentic, timeless feel. Soft lighting enhances the mood, especially during evening hours. Arrange the lanterns in small groups to create focal points rather than scattering them randomly. Use warm-toned lights or candles to maintain a cozy and inviting ambience. Position them strategically near seating areas or garden features like fountains. This helps highlight key elements while providing gentle illumination. For a DIY approach, you can transform old jars or containers into lanterns by adding handles and placing candles inside. Paint or tint the glass lightly for a softer glow. Solar-powered lights are also a practical option for easy maintenance. This simple addition makes your garden usable and beautiful after sunset. (12) Repurposed stone and brick garden borders. Define your garden beds with borders made from repurposed stone or brick materials. This adds structure while reinforcing a classic and timeless aesthetic. Arrange the materials in neat lines or gentle curves depending on your garden layout. The natural texture of stone or aged brick enhances the overall elegance. Use these borders to separate lawns, pathways, and planting areas clearly. This not only improves visual organization, but also makes maintenance easier. Combine the borders with soft planting like flowers or ground cover to balance the hard edges. The contrast creates a polished yet natural look. For a DIY project, collect leftover bricks or stones from construction sites or old projects. Clean and arrange them carefully, ensuring they are level and stable. You can partially bury them for a more integrated appearance. This sustainable approach gives new life to unused materials while elevating your garden design. Final thoughts. Thank you for spending time with The Right Place and exploring these timeless garden ideas with us. We hope these inspirations help you create a space that feels elegant, peaceful, and uniquely your own using simple and creative approaches. Whether you try one idea or combine several, every small detail can make a meaningful difference in your garden. Keep experimenting, stay inspired, and enjoy the process of building your perfect outdoor retreat. Make sure to subscribe to The Right Place for more ideas like this.